last week was a dumpster fire. Hey, it's your girl Bri, and welcome back to me trying to vlog every day for the rest of 2026. I am back. Happy Monday. Last week was a dumpster fire, and it was a dumpster fire that I did not film. It was supposed to be a fantastic week. As you can see, my nails are still blue and orange because I was supposed to go to the Knicks parade last week. I'm just going to give you a whole what happened last week wrap up, and then I'll tell you about today. So last week, the last time I saw you, I think, was me being excited because the Knicks won and me saying I'm going to the parade, and it just so happened that I was off the Thursday before Juneteenth, which is the day that the parade was supposed to be. The parade did happen, but I had plans to go. I went to work, did my work for the week leading up to it, and then the Thursday that I was off, I got outfit to wear. I had a Knicks championship shirt, I cut it. It was cute. I had some little shorts. I had a little whole outfit planned. As you can see, I painted my nails. I had a bracelet that I made. Oh, it's across the room from me, isn't it? I had a bracelet that I made specifically for that. I'll show it to you next time. I don't want to get up because I have a whole bunch of stuff stacked in front of me for this story. But and I could not sleep the night before. And everyone was saying like, oh, well, you have to get down here at a certain time because there are entry points on certain streets. If you're not there, then you're not going to be able to get in. But the parade started at 10. So my plan was I'll just get up as if I'm going to work and I'll head there, and instead of going to work. That's fine. But when I was watching social media, there were people on Instagram, on various social medias, TikTok, and they were like, oh, they're leaving their house at 4:30, and I'm like, I'm not leaving my house at 4:30 to go find a spot for the parade. Like, I don't actually care where I'm standing. I just wanted to be there. And I don't know what I'm remembering, but when the last parade I went to was the Yankees parade, like when the Yankees won, and I was with several friends, and I just remember there being like confetti all over the street, and we were just walking. We weren't standing in place. We were walking up and down the street. So that was my plan, but apparently that was not possible for the Knicks parade because the Knicks haven't won in 53 years. Everyone and their mother wanted to go celebrate, as they should. So it was limited. There was also a raffle that Mayor Mamdani did where if you wanted to go to the City Hall portion to get inside for that, he was raffling, or I guess giving away tickets, 600 tickets. And so I entered for that. I did not win. But basically at 6 o'clock, I was seeing all over social media, 6 a.m., mind you, all over social media, if you're not already down here, don't bother. It's already shut down. It's already full. And I was looking at the crowds, and my social anxiety was just rising. And I was like, I really want to go. It could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but I can't take that chaos. Like, I love chaos, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to gaming anyway, not real life, I could not take the crowds. Even in the videos, I was like, no, I can't do it. I don't think anybody, like, I don't think it was too crazy. And they had like security, metal detectors and all that stuff, which is fantastic. I'm glad they did that. They didn't allow bags, which is also great, but I couldn't take it. So I didn't end up going. Is what it is. So I spent Thursday watching the parade on all the social medias and on TV. It looks fantastic. And then Friday was Juneteenth. Happy belated Juneteenth to all those in America who partake and celebrate. So I spent Juneteenth just reading. I got from the library the James Baldwin book. So I started reading that, the one that I picked from our gumball machine, I think, week before last. I got that from the library, so I started reading that on Juneteenth, actually. I haven't finished it yet. Because Saturday was then the 9th annual Bronx is Reading Book Festival. And I've never been before, but I do live in the Bronx. And I have been to another one of their events. And when I went to BookCon, I was at their booth, and that's where I met Tracy Dion and got my book signed. And I love them, support them, love the Bronx is Reading. So I was very excited, and I woke up very early, and I went on the train to where they were having it. It was at Andrew Friedman House in the Bronx. And I'll insert footage because I'm not doing a dedicated vlog to that because truthfully, again, my social anxiety, I was very overwhelmed. I had a fantastic time, but I didn't get as much footage as I probably should have or could have because I wasn't focused on filming. I was focused on just the experience. And it was giving me BookCon vibes in the fact that there were lots of lines. So there wasn't footage of me. There wasn't a ton of footage. I got some. And like I said, I'll insert it and I'll show you all the stuff that I got. But I'll insert the footage as I'm talking. I'll just put it on the screen for you. But I got two major things that I wanted to happen when I went there is I wanted to meet Kennedy Ryan, S.A. Cosby, and Tiffany D. Jackson. I managed to do I met all three of them. I got them to sign my books. I got Tiffany Jackson to sign The Scammer, which is a fantastic young adult book. If you are thriller, if you're interested, you should definitely check that out. So I got her to sign that. S.A. Cosby signed my King of Ashes book. And I got Kennedy Ryan to sign my Can't Get Enough, which is the finale of her Skyland series. I love that series. She's one of the reasons I got into the book community. So I was very excited to have her sign that for me. And I actually made a bracelet for that as well, which is also over there with my next bracelet. So I'll show you that in tomorrow's vlog. But Bronx Book Festival was a good time, if you can't tell, since the last time you saw me. I actually have a tan. I got tan because I spent most of the time outside on the lawn. I also got sunburn on my nose because that is the only place I get sunburn, if I'm getting sunburn at all, on my nose and on my shoulders. I didn't get it on my shoulders, but I did get it on my nose. So I had a great time. I met those authors. Like I said, I met actually other authors as well and other people in the book space. I went by myself, but I did manage to make a lot of friends on the lines that I was on because I was on the lines a lot. And when I'm waiting or just like standing around, I tend to talk and try to make people laugh and entertain them. So that's what I was doing. And I feel like I did meet a few people who I followed on socials and who followed me back. So I'm interested to check out their book clubs and various stuff. There were people from all over. People came from Connecticut. Apparently somebody was there from London. I didn't see them, but apparently there was somebody there. People from New Jersey, people coming up from all over the place. So it was a good turnout, I feel like. So I'm going to show you the stuff I got. But before I do, I will just say, as that being my first Bronx is reading book festival experience, I don't know what happened last year, but this year I did like that there was an indoor-outdoor option because I've heard previously that it was all outdoor. There were lots of tents with like obviously different booths in it. One of the booths, which was really fantastic and who I love to support, was Alex's Bookstore. They are a online store as well as a pop-up indie bookstore. So this is their QR code if you are interested. I'll actually put a link in the description. I got such cute stuff from them. Firstly, I'm trying to think. The other things that I got from them, oh, they're up on the shelf. Hold on, I'll show you. So when I went to BookCon, I got the To Be Read Road from them. This time, to add to my collection, I got Bookish Boulevard. And another sign that's over there on my other bookshelf that says Smut Street. And it's red and it's great. The other thing I got from them is this pop socket Kindle holder that says Bookish Baddie on it. I love. And actually, if you like this Kindle insert, I just made it today on my lunch break. It's, as you can see, I was inspired. It's a subway map background with a little subway station and it says TBR. So I'm actually going to be listing those. This is my prototype one. I'm testing it obviously on my own Kindle first, and then I put some stickers inside the Kindle insert, like the Kindle sleeve. But yeah, I'm going to be selling these on my Etsy. So they will be going up shortly. I'm just trying to figure out what sizes to make the inserts, because there are a ton of different, like Kindle, a Kobo, and all kinds of things that I need to size it for. But yeah, this is my new Kindle insert that I made today. But this I got from Alex Bookstore. And then I'm trying to think, what else did I get? I got the signs and I got that. That's all I got from them. What else did I get on Saturday? I got free stuff. I'll show you the free stuff. Firstly, NY Health was there, and they were giving out Pride stuff as well as some safe sex products in this bag. So I got some of those. From the Bronx is Reading booth, because obviously they had a merch store, which that was literally the longest line. Was that the longest? Okay, so 2 lines that I spent time on. Funny enough, not the bathroom. One was to get into the bookstore, because in order to get to the signing part, you didn't have to pay extra for the signing, technically, but you had to have purchased something from the bookstore. From their store. So to get into this bookstore, I had to wait online. The line, I was on it from the time I got there. Probably, I got there exactly at 9. I didn't get in until about 9:30 because they had a line to get in to pick up your swag bag, which I'll show you the bag and the books that I got in it. Some people got 2 books. I was lucky I got 2 books. Some people got 1 book. And then they had a kid's swag bag that was completely different, and apparently they got tons of little books in there, and it was really cute. But I was online in the bookstore from about 9:30 till I want to say 11, because I missed the first panel because I was still online trying to get into the bookstore to make my purchase so that I would have my wristband for the signing. But one of the things I got from the store is another button, because I do love pins and buttons. And it says Bronx and Bookish. So it's really cute. And then I'll just show you the other free things I got. So one set of free things that I got, and I actually got it from the Scholastic side of the, so like the kids side of the book festival, is some stickers. So I got a Heartstopper sticker, and fun fact, I actually have not read the Heartstopper series, but I really want to. I think it's really cute. So Heartstopper sticker. This is actually a Heartstopper, like a stand, like it stands up. Isn't that so cute? I love it. And another button with all of the characters on it. I got this exclusive sneak peek fan edition of Babysitter's Club comic from their booth. I also got exclusive sneak peek of Captain Underpants, the epic manga, which when I was a kid, I did actually read Captain Underpants and thought he was really funny. And I got a Read with Pride Scholastic button. Like I said, I love buttons. I also make buttons. I had some on my Etsy shop, but I took them down. So I got those. And actually, while I'm on the subject of the Scholastic booth, the last thing I got from that booth, hold on, is, which I had to get it before they gave them all away, this fantastic Goosebumps bag. Goosebumps is like the first series I read as a kid. I was obsessed with them. I still have my Goosebumps books, and actually I want to see if I've been slowly, quietly trying to find all of the Goosebumps books, like the original cover ones, on like thread, thrift books and like different like thrift store stuff. I'm trying to complete my Goosebumps collection. I have some, and if you ever want a tour of them, let me know and I will show you. But I want the Goosebumps books, and I want the Fear Street books, like the original covers. So I need to complete that. That's what I'm working on. So I got that from the Scholastic booth. I also got for free another tote bag from NYC Civic Engagement Commission. And there was a booth there called The People's Money. And I got this, plus I got a pen, a sticker, and I filled out a voting form. I'm already registered to vote, but it was just stuff about different initiatives, like monetary initiatives that they're trying to put together related to the arts, related to autism related to different things, and I was voting to show my interest for budgetary allowances to be made towards those causes. So at that booth, I got that tote once I filled out the voting thing. Now, the Bronx's reading swag bag looked like this. It's just a canvassy kind of, not even canvas. It's called the Bronx's Reading Book Festival. The Bronx's Reading. It was like this. And like I said, mine had 2 books in it. And the 2 books were The Scarlet Ball by, I do not know how to say that. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to say that. Obviously, it's a uncorrected advanced reader copy, not available for purchase. But this was the first book I got in my swag bag. And then the other book I got in my swag bag is Goliath, which is also, this is a signed edition by another name I don't know how to say, and neither of these authors have I read before, but I am very excited to check them out. So like I said, this one is signed. So those 2 books were in my swag bag, and that was it. Just those 2 books, nothing else, and the bag itself. I know a lot of people were disappointed and were expecting more in the swag bags. I really wasn't sure what we're supposed to have in it, whether it be books or pens or shirts or hats or I don't know. So I wasn't disappointed. I was just like, I like free stuff and I don't complain. Not that there's anything wrong with complaints, but like I said, this was my first time there, so I really didn't know what to expect. So I was happy with what I got. Now, to show you the books I picked up there. Now, some of these books were free and some of them were 50% off. And I will tell you which was which. So when I went into their bookstore, like I said, you had to purchase something in order to get into a wristband to get into the author signings for all the authors. You didn't have to buy a book from each author. You could have brought books. Like I brought my Kennedy Ryan and my S.A. Cosby book. But I wanted to purchase, there was 2 books I really wanted to purchase there. One of them was not available. The Natasha Bishop, The Art of Loving You book that came out. I thought because Natasha Bishop was there, her panel was fantastic, by the way. All the panels were fantastic. I thought I would buy her book there, so I could get her to sign it. But they didn't actually have Natasha Bishop's books, which surprised me. So that's one critique I would say, not having that author's books there for available for purchase, because I would have purchased it there. I literally didn't buy the book because I wanted to support and buy it there. The other book that I did not bring with me, but I was hoping was there to get it signed, was The Scammer by Tiffany Jackson. And that was there, so I did get that signed. But these are the books I bought at the bookstore. And I'll tell you, like I said, if they were on discount or if I paid full price or got it for free. So the first book, which is one that I've been wanting, is Kiss the Girl. And it's from the A Meant to Be series, which is like a Disney fairy tale retelling. This one, Kiss the Girl, is obviously Little Mermaid fairy tale retelling. I didn't get this signed, but I did get this purchased at the store, and it was discounted. Next book I did get signed by the author, by Vincent Tirado, and Tirado, and I've been waiting for this book actually for a while, like waiting to purchase it, but I waited until we were there. It's a You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom, and it's a horror book, and I'm very excited about it, so I can't wait to read that. Next book I purchased, which was also on sale from an author I actually have not read from before, is Just Like Mother. The cover really interested me, and the blurb on the back interested me as well. But excited for that. I did not get it signed, but it was discounted. Like I said, I did get The Scammer by Tiffany Jackson signed. This book is fantastic. So I got that signed. I was very excited about that. Her panel was so good. She did a panel with Maya the Don, who is an author and also a music artist. She's a rapper. She has an album coming out. I think she said this week, the 26th maybe? Might have been on the 26th. I remember the name. Wait, did I? One of these books has she was giving out bookmarks, which said her album date. I think it's here somewhere. I remember the name of the album is called Precious Cargo, but I don't remember the date. I think it's this week, though. Another book I got, which was actually discounted 50%, is She is a Haunting by another author that I have never heard from before, but it looked really good. I was very interested in that. This book also was discounted. It's called Tempest Queen Book 2 from the Inferno Heirs duology by Tiffany Wang. Another author I haven't read from. This is a fantasy book, though, and the cover really interests me, so I decided to pick that up. Another book that I didn't hear about till recently, but I really wanted to support is Fairfield County by Delana R. A. Demiron, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce that. I really mispronounce a lot of words. But I really wanted to support this author. Another book, which is actually a Reese's book club pick, is Once Upon a Time in Dollywood, and this author was there. I did not get the book signed because I was in another line. Oh, I found it. I was in another line when her panel was happening, so I missed it completely, but the book sounded interesting. I found it. So Maya the Dawn gave this bookmark out. It says Precious Cargo Airways, Maya the Dawn. Oh, I was right. Her album is coming out on June 26, 2026. So we got that. Her panel was really funny. I got this book. The next 3 books I got for free, actually. This one, because Simon & Schuster was one of the main sponsors of the event, and so they came and brought some books. I got an advanced reader copy of a book that's coming out from Atria Books. It's coming out in September, called Something Followed Us Home, and it's Tales of Latin Horror. And that sounded fantastic. It has a lot of great authors. Actually, one of the authors is Zoraida Cordova, who wrote the Kiss the Girl book that I showed you. So we have this book I'm very excited to read. I'm kind of getting into Summerween, so I'm switching from, I love romance, but I'm starting to switch more towards thrillers, horrors right now. I'm in the mood for that. So Summerween is in full effect. Another book I got for free is The Seduction by Sarah Torres, translated by Mara Faye Letham. It's a novel about LGBTQIA plus characters. So excited about that. And last but not least, another free book that I got was actually a poem book called Star Power by Nicholas Goodley. So there is that. Those are all the books. That's my haul. That's all the stuff I got from Bronx Book Festival. So that's what I did all weekend. And then Sunday was Father's Day. But unfortunately for me, I should say Saturday, the longest line I was in is after S.A. Cosby and Kennedy Ryan's fantastic panel to close out the festival. I stood online for they finished talking at 6. They had us start lining up around 6:15, and I was online until after 8 o'clock in order to get my book signed by both of them. They were fantastic. The signing, I think, technically should have been done by 7:30, but they stayed longer. They didn't have to, but they were very sweet, and they did, and they signed everyone's books and took pictures. So I have pictures and video of me talking to them, meeting them. I was very excited. By that point, though, my head was pounding because I had been sitting out in the sun like an idiot with no hat on and very little water. Not anyone's fault but my own, being irresponsible. So by the time that I met them and was ready to leave after having stood in line, my head was pounding to the point where normally I'm not an Uber girly. I will take the subway. I will take a bus. I do not take taxis. I do not take Ubers. Like, I just don't do it. I was in so much physical pain. My head hurt so badly that I called an Uber and I took an Uber home. I almost didn't make it. I was nauseous in the back of that man's Uber. I'm so glad I didn't get sick in his Uber. I put like 4 pieces of gum in my mouth to keep myself from getting sick. I finally got home. I took a shower because I felt disgusting. I was just sweaty and my head hurt and I was salty. I took a shower and I fell into bed. I slept the whole night. I didn't even tell my fiance or anybody else about how the festival went. I just fell into bed and slept all the way through to the next day. The next day, obviously, Sunday was Father's Day. A happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there, or father figures out there. And so I spent Father's Day with a migraine, but also with the father figures in my life. So my fiance, who has a son, and my dad, obviously. So I did that. And then today I had work. I worked from home. So I was able to get my laundry done, already folded. Your girl is on it, worked out. So we have our gumball. And actually, I need to update you. Now that we're on to today, I need to update you on what happened. Last week, like I said, was a week from home. Not only did I not go to the parade, the other reason I didn't go to the parade, besides the fact that it was crowded, is get ready for it. PMS. I got the worst cramps, the worst everything last week. And I was like, there's no way that I'm going to stand out in a parade and do all of that with cramp. It's not happening. So the workouts didn't happen last week. I barely made it through the week. Okay. So I decided to reset in terms of the workouts. And so last week I was doing arms, core, and I was starting legs. So this week, because last week is just a fail, this week I'm going to still be doing arms, cores, and legs. So today I did all three, 15 minutes, so 5 minutes each, and I earned my quarter. So before we end the vlog, we will definitely be doing TBR gumball, but that's all the stuff that happened last week, over the weekend, and today. Today I worked from home, like I said. I folded my laundry. I filmed a gaming video for this week. I made my Kindle insert, my first ever one, as you saw. What else did I do? I watered my plants. Oh, I went to the post office and picked up my physical copy of Whiskey and Rumors by Victoria Wilder that I read the arc for, that I posted. It came out last week. I picked up the book that I had pre-ordered, and I did it again. I got that book, and it came from my P.O. box. And then I got an email today that I have another copy coming that I pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered her book twice, mistakenly, even though I already read it as an advanced reader. So I'm supporting her twice, which is not a mistake. It's a mistake in terms of I didn't mean to do it, but I'm happy to support because it was a fantastic book. So I guess I have another copy of that book coming, and it came actually with a book plate, meaning her author signature, and this really nice artwork. I'll show you that tomorrow if you want. So I got that from the post office, and then I had to stop at the library because my library card is set to expire in July, and I was trying to renew it, but I didn't realize that my actual ID was expired, and I couldn't use that to renew. Obviously, you can't use an expired ID to renew a card. So I went to the library for no reason, except I did pick up books, but I can't show you because they are up here. Actually, I can show you because they're up here. So another book haul, I guess, very quick though, like actually very quick. Let's see. I'm actually gonna just pick the camera up and show you. Okay. So like I said, we have we have Percival by James Baldwin. I picked up Blackword, which is a graphic novel by Lawrence Lindell. I picked up this book here, which is Revenge of the Librarians, because it sounded cute. It's also a graphic novel. I picked up Play Dead by Anne Fraser, an author I haven't read before, but it looked interesting. Like I said, I'm in a thriller horror mood right now. I also picked up Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle, who I heard speak at a panel at BookCon, and he was really funny, and I wanted to check out that book. I picked up Two Can Play by Allie Hazelwood. I picked up The Ex-Wives Murder Club, which is also a thriller. I picked up Moses, Man of the Mountain by Zora Neale Hurston, which is a classic. I haven't read it though, so I wanted to read that. I picked up The Spy and I by Tiana Smith, I think. Yeah, Tiana Smith. And I picked up a book that was on hold, if you remember from a past TBR Gumball, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna finally came in. So I had to pick that up at the library too. That's another reason why I went there. So that was my quick quick book haul update for you. Lastly, let's do our TBR because I've been talking for 30 minutes and this is going to be a long vlog. So TBR Gumball for today. No quarters for last week because I sucked. Well, just because I didn't feel well. So I didn't vlog. Obviously, I'm not working out either. So let's see what we get. Hopefully it's a book I already have on my Kindle or physical because I don't really want to go back. I love the library, but like it's rainy and I'm not going to be able to go tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday I work in the office, so I'm not going to be able to go to the library if I need to go to the library to pick up a book until Friday. And the book is Where We Ended by Ashley Munoz. Didn't I already pick a book by Ashley Munoz? I feel like I did, and I didn't read it yet, but it's on my Kindle. But Where We Ended, I think, is a sequel to the other book we picked, Where We Started, Where We Began, something like that. But yeah, so another Ashley Munoz book. We definitely picked her book before. I just don't remember. I'm pretty sure this is the sequel to the one we already picked, but I haven't read either of them, so it's fine. I'm gonna get off here because I've been vlogging for 31 minutes and it's currently 6:30 and I still need to make dinner. What am I making for dinner? I don't know. Probably a burrito bowl with ground chicken. I feel like that sounds good and I have all the ingredients. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm so sorry about last week. Hopefully after my recap you understand where I was, what happened to me. I don't know what this vlog is called. Probably my week from hell or something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recap and my talk today. And I will definitely see you tomorrow for another vlog. Bye guys.